Welcome to Spotlight Sessions, where we shine a
What's
light
your
on
story?
incredible. What does accessibility mean to you?
What's your mission? Welcome all to accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions, where we shine a light on incredible individuals and organizations and the work that they do. I am your host, Josh Basil. I'm a C4-5 quadriplegic, paralyzed below my shoulders, and a power wheelchair user. I'm the community relations manager at accessiBe and a passionate disability rights advocate and trial attorney focused on breaking down barriers to access and inclusion for people with disabilities. Today on accessiBe Spotlight Sessions, we're joined by Samanta Bullock, the co-owner of London Represents and founder of Inclusive Shop. Welcome, Samanta.
Welcome, Josh. Thanks.
I'm excited to have you here, especially the fact that we have Fashion Week coming up, and we'll be diving into all of that. But before we do that, let's just tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a wheelchair user as well. I'm T12 L1. I'm white, brunette, wearing glasses and lipstick. And I'm the founder of the SB Shop and the co-owner of the London Represent. It's it's very exciting to be at this point in time now, for the whole reasons. First, because it's the Fashion Week time in London, and basically to see all this change that we have been living that, and we can feel that as wheelchair user, as disabled person, ourselves, see the change that is coming. So I'm very excited for the future of everything.
And where did you get your start or your passion or your interest around fashion? How did that all come about?
So basically, I had a accident at the age of 14 that left me paralyzed. But I started modeling at the age of 8 years old. And so I was a professional model when I had my accident. And so I think the fashion was always there with my family, with the fashion, with the catwalk photos. Yeah. And basically, I think I started modeling again when I was 26, 25, and I'm 44 now. And I'm still doing that. I normally say I design the clothes, we do the fashion show, but I always want to be a model, it's something that I like to do, and I'm going to keep doing that as long as I can.
And that's kind of what pushed you in that direction. Then when it comes to founding Inclusive Shop, tell us how that happened, why that happened, and kind of where it's at right now.
You see, I'm 30 years in wheelchair now, and I realized that not only I couldn't be a model at when I had my accident because we didn't have models in wheelchair, but as I couldn't find the right clothes for myself. So the fact that when I launched the SB shop was to find solutions that would cater for disabled people. And there I decided to join powers with the brands already established in the market and say, okay, let's do this together. So I work with the brand, I give my consultants, we design the pieces together, and there we have. So we are always launch few things. We have from lingerie, from accessories, bags, clothes, all over. So this is the part of the SB. When I saw the pain, I saw the reason why we need to, the meaning behind of everything. And then we launched the SB in 2018, I think, 17.
And then when it comes to Fashion Week, can you explain what that is kind of worldwide, and then how you're involved with London's Fashion Week?
So the Fashion Weeks is the celebration of fashion that happens worldwide. The London is always September and February. So we are going to have the London Represents Fashion Show now on the 17th. We always do in different place, also to celebrate, to have different backgrounds and everything for the London Represents. And basically for the London Represent one, we invest heavily in representation, sustainability, so the whole week, the whole fashion week in London is the whole week celebration where happens shows all over the city. And our that is London Represents is inside of the schedule of London Fashion Week as well. This time we are partnering with Zalando. That's the biggest retail of online retail of Europe. So it's nice that we can see that the big brands and the shows, London Fashion Week, actually involved with everything that we do.
And what are you looking forward to most during the London Fashion Week?
It's amazing. If you like fashion, you are always looking for trends. You are looking for colors, for different designs. For mainly, I really like to see sometimes the students or designers, they get really crazy and they design these things that you say like, oh, I never would wear that in the daily life because it's so crazy. And there's like, how can I adapt that for the wheelchair? How can I adapt that for someone that has a disability to use? Maybe change the fabric, maybe change the closure, maybe add a zipper or so. I like this creative thing when we're watching a fashion show. Say like, oh, this would work, this wouldn't work. And I'm always looking as well as what the brands are doing in terms of how inclusive they are getting. You can see that they are using now more uh, elderly people, age, something that's coming very strongly. Um, and, uh, and disability is also coming. So it's plus size. And then you can see what's the brands, how you can follow them and see their moves towards what they are doing, the consistency, what they say and what they do.
Well, so clothing, it tells such a powerful story. At least for me, when I wear clothes and I feel comfortable in them and I feel confident in them, it brings me power to my day. And it's, being always in a seating position, clothing's not, always designed for that, right? In the past. And now, I have pants that have, they don't have back pockets. They're made for sitting. They have Velcro on it. They have little openings by the end of my foot where I actually have a urine bag. So if I have to go to the bathroom, there's so like great thought was put into being able to sit in these pants and have them look good. Like even in my upper body, I have a chest strap holding me to the chair so I don't fall forward. I have little cuts underneath my armpits where the chest strap slides in through. So it's like it's all these little things that people don't might not realize about your clothing and your body and how does it fit and form to you. And I feel like you've just become such an expert and incredible voice in letting people have power in their clothing.
We do, and sometimes the changes they are such small things. Do you know what I mean? Like, and people they think, oh my god, I need to change all my production or everything. And like you said, for example, the sitting position is the position. Doesn't matter if you are disabled or not, is the position we spend more time as human beings. Because you don't go to the cinema or you are not driving. If you are in a bar with your friends, if you are watching telly, we are all sitting. So it's and comfort. Why you are going to wear something that is hurting you? Doesn't matter if you're disabled or not. So it's a common sense, basically. Let me show you one thing that we just launched in September. I saw here now. This is a bag we launched in September. We are going to launch now the for men's as well. So this bag, as you can see, you have the loop here, and then this side, and you can fix behind of the chair if you need. Yeah.
I
Or
love it.
if you don't use it that, if you are able body, you can just remove this, and then you have a cross body, yeah, bag.
Simple, multifunctional.
Simple. This the open, you can have this as a loop. I have another bag here I can show you. It's just ask, so it's easier for if you are quadriplegic, and if you can open, if you put your finger there, you can open with your hand. But more than that, I made this bag think of me. We have this area here that's basically you open up, and we put a mirror here. So if you need the mirror, if you use catheters or anything, you can put this between your legs and catheter yourself if you need a mirror. So you try to put all the solutions we can. So you get your phone, you put inside of the bag, and there you can use your phone inside of the bag.
That's awesome.
Solution I
So
made,
creative.
I made because when we are pushing and we have Google Maps, I have a meeting in the city center. I need to know turn first left, second bite. The I all the time we have our hands busy because we are pushing. So basically I need to stop, get my phone, look, put away. And if it's raining, it's hard to get your phone and everything. This way my phone is with me all the time on my lap. So I put the Google Maps there, and I'm just looking to my lap and follow the routes. So we are always seeking for solutions. And how and another thing, this is real leather. Yeah, it's real leather, it's certified leather. So it's a very quality leather. It's a bag that you're going to have forever. And we are going to launch now the for the men's version now. It's
Well,
already ready
I
in
love
Fashion Week.
I love that you're improving quality of life through fashion. You're making it functional. You're making it improve the day, how you tackle activities, and that's so important to have that being a part because it once again creates a better quality of life, which is amazing to do through fashion.
And it's fashion, is appealing, is beautiful. Do you know what I mean? Like this is what we is to match, because we had adaptive clothes in the old ages where it was very like hospitalar, medical. We had the functionality there, but it wasn't appealing. We had something that was ugly. And I don't want to go out and wear something that doesn't make me feel beautiful. So everything that we do now, we have this, needs to be beautiful, because the disabled people, we don't want to feel that we are not worth.
That's awesome. And then when it comes to kind of London Fashion Week that's coming up, is accessibility kind of becoming a bigger priority than ever before?
Yeah, it is. We have My Clear Text, that's our sponsor. So they are going to be in the day. Everything that we say comes to the big screen. We have the space for the wheelchairs. The only thing is, London is a trick one, yeah, because the buildings there are very historical. For example, we are going to do the event now in a church. It's in the Hyde Park. No way we can put a ramp from the front door, because to have the right length of the ramp to go to the front door, we are going to end up in the car park.
Yep. I could see how that could happen.
Yeah, so the ramp is to the side of the church. But what we did is we create a VIP ticket, that experience where people that has the mobility issue that needs to go to the side, We are going to have like lighting. You can have a prosecco. You can go to the back. You can see the backstage. You are going to have a different experience, but always going. We are giving trying to add plus that experience. You're going to decide to the site, but you're going to have something that is very special because you are coming there. um, it's it's tricky when you come to new places. It's easy if you go to do a fashion show, maybe in a university, but new buildings, I mean, you can have more the kind of accessibility, but you try to incorporate that experience inside of the event, so it's going to be beautiful.
And with the fashion industry as a whole, if you had one wish, if you could change one big thing, what would it be?
What would be people's perceptions? They didn't get people, they didn't get. And I feel that we are always repeating ourselves as if you are talking to our own community all the time. And we need to talk for the outsiders because they need to understand.
So do you think there's enough representation of people with disabilities and in fashion, or
No,
what can we do better?
no, no. But how we are going to arrive at that point? We need to talk with the brands. We need to talk with the shows. We need to talk. You know, it's hard because we need to be educating, it- work on this part of the educational thing for people that are not inside of our bubble.
And if like you could give advice or for anybody that wants to venture into the adaptive fashion industry, what would that be?
Start, start. You're going to have challenges, and your challenge is going to be different than mine. Do you know what I mean? Because my network is one, your network is going to be another one. I might do bags and clothes, you might do another thing. You might do dresses, and then you have a retailer. You have your production is in US or in India or in Portugal, and mine is going to be in London. And it's like it's always the challenges are there. If you don't want challenge, don't come to the play because it's every single day challenges, and meetings and everything and hard work. I'm having meetings all day since 6 a.m. because sure I'm in a different time zone and everything, but it's hard. It's hard work.
And then when it comes to the customer journey of acquiring fashion pieces and anything that's in your wardrobe, it's definitely you have people that are doing it in the physical storefronts. You have people doing it through the online world. I'm so curious, with those two being interlinking, but like really within the kind of like the online world, like why is it so important that fashion is accessible through the internet?
I think mainly for us because of the lack of accessibility to be able to buy something online and try at your home in your comfort, see how the pieces are going to look in your body, and then send back or stay with the pieces if you like. Do you know what I mean? It's much easier. I mean, the stores, unless it's a big store, but for the smaller brands, it's very difficult. Sometimes they don't have even space for the toilet. How they can think about the accessible toilet? Do you know what I mean? If you are in the city center in London or big cities, um, and then you have steps and you have it's harder for us. So the online thing, I believe, brings us a comfort that makes everything much easier.
And when it comes to what we can do better or what the brands can do better, within the fashion industry. Like, how can we do better about raising awareness about digital accessibility, about the storefront accessibility when we get in there, knowing that adaptive fashion can be a part of the story. What can we do better around raising awareness?
I think once the brand understands, they have the knowledge that they need to be inclusive for the perspective of production, marketing. They understand that the communication is part of this inclusion process. As I said, it's easier to do. It's easier depends. Like it probably is going to be easier to do that online for some, but I still think that the places they need to be accessible because we need to go out, we need to socialize. People they need to see us. We need to face the fact that you're going to get a bus, you're going to get a Uber, they're going to get a taxi, and they need to fit your chair, or they need to be able to communicate with someone that has any kind of disability because it's to have this contact and seeing that's not something that was like wow because people have this they are afraid sometimes of the news something that they never had contact and if you stay at home all the time we don't it's like oh it's easier for us but it's easier for the world because there the world doesn't need to change as well because we are never there.
And
I went to the
that's a
shopping
good point.
uh, the day before yesterday with my brother, and I was there, and he came and said, like, "Oh, there's a lot of wheelchair users in the shopping," and I was like, "Yeah, it's because it's where people feel comfortable. You know that you have the ramp, you have the lift, you have the toilet, you have the food if you need, you have the cinema that's going to be accessible and everything." So if you create this situation, the accessibility and the common areas and shoppings and everything, you see that people are going to go out.
I love that. You've got such a great voice in this industry, and you're just I love hearing you. These conversations are just so fun, and I'm learning so much. And with the big fashion brands of the world, like as they're defining their 2023 goals, if you could give them one message, what would it be?
Be one message. Oh my God, that is tricky. I have a message that I like. I normally say that this is my message. That would be do what you can with what you have the best way possible. Because like I said, we need to start somewhere, somehow, research, understand the customer, understand the, the whole community, the needs. But I think would be for this means is not only for the brands, but would be also for us. Start where you are, do what you can. So it's just do because we need people doing.
Do something, get in the right direction and make it happen,
Yeah,
and include us.
talk to people, post something, call someone, talk with a brand, send a message, say your needs. Really write to a brand. I'm not going to mention any names. Say, oh, I want that shoes, but I would like to be easier to wear. If they see that is the potential, if they see us as customers, they are going to change because they are behind of the money. And make
And they're
it makes sense. It's ethical, but I don't think they are going to do only because it's ethical. It's the right thing to do. I'm going to do. I don't think the brands see this way. If they don't understand that we are customers, they are not going to change.
or customers with deep pockets. There's billions upon billions, if not trillions, of dollars on the table worldwide to
With
clothe. Everybody needs clothing. I don't care if you're standing or in a wheelchair or whatever disability you may have. Everybody needs to be clothed. So let's clothe them and let's let them be comfortable. Let's let them be powerful, and let's change the way the world sees fashion.
Yeah, but this comes, I think, from us. We need to do the first move. And we can.
I love that.
We can.
And you are, Samantha. I cannot thank you enough for being our guest today on accessiBe's Spotlight Sessions. You're amazing. You're doing incredible work. And just thank you for all that you do.
No, thank you.
And for our guests, thank you so much for staying to the end. And until next time, everyone, take care. Bye.